Hello, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Friends. And we're about to have a very interesting conversation tonight, as always. But this is especially interesting to me because I'm introducing you to a very, I don't like to say old friend, she's young, but a friend for many, many years. Her name is Connie Stern. And I've known her all these years. And it was not until I saw her resume, I knew how spiritual she is, that I found out how much she has studied over the years. She could, I think, get a PhD in spiritual studies with all that she's done. So just to give you a sense of Connie Stern, Connie is, well, been a businesswoman in real estate and interior decorating. She was an interior designer for many years as well. But let me just read to you just a few. It's like 2 pages of the things that she's accomplished as far as spiritual things. She graduated from Amelia's New Age School. That was a while ago. She's a student at Master Cho Kok, you'll pronounce it later, Sui Institute for Inner Studies, Loving Touch Center, Kabbalah Center, The Art of Living. And I mean, it goes on, to be honest with you here. So I can't give you what we'd be here all day. But the main part to me is that she has been a spiritual seeker, but beyond that, somebody who's really dedicated her life to studying and teaching. And I have to say, she's also been a student of the Brahma Kumaris for many years and been to many, many of our events. So we're going to talk about that as well. So welcome, Connie.
Thank you,
To Conversations with Friends. So I'm just wondering where and I guess when did it all start for you? You know, this spiritual searching. I was reading that you were quite young when you kind of had this yearning to understand who we are, why we're here, that kind of thing.
Well, thank you, Meredith. First of all, thank you it's an honor to be here with you. And I appreciate the opportunity for us to talk about what we talk about every time we meet.
Yeah.
So my spiritual journey, that since I remember that I was a child, it really began maybe since I remember, maybe 6, 7 years old or something like that. And it's been a really it's been the most beautiful, wonderful gift in my life. Is the seeking of the really of the inner light, of the inner being. That's been so incredibly magnificent for me.
I find that interesting because usually, you know, people don't come to this philosophy of life or a way of living, a way of thinking until they are older, right? But you were so young. And was there a moment where you had an experience or you just said, who am I? Where was I? Where am I going? Was there some kind of one of those aha moments?
I guess it's like I said, since I was a child, I had this very incredible connection with, you know, what we could call it the power, God, you know, the universe. To me, it was God. You know, it was like this incredible wish to be so connected to God. And I remember having, like, every time I was given a little candy, I would save in a box. I had a box full of candies because half of me and half of God. That's what it was. It was
beautiful.
You know, and in different things. I started, you know, when I was raised Catholic, and
in Colombia, right?
Colombia, yeah.
Yeah, Colombia, yeah.
And I was going to be given the first communion ceremony and party and all that. And I chose to just be on the white habit. I wanted to be like a Mother, that type of you know, the Mother Teresa feeling. I think in my way, I was marrying God. I was marrying God. I really was. And then, you know, from there on, and then I found out yoga and meditation at around 11.
Wow.
When I went to school, there was a course offered in my school of yoga, which in those days you don't really hear too much about it, you know.
No.
Yeah, and And then from there on, it's just I was very, very curious about everything, about the religion and why and hows, and study psychology. It was just a very interesting subject for me all my life.
So how did your family feel? Because I know myself, I was up there in terms of age, I was like in my 30s when I got involved with, with the Brahma Kumaris, and my family was, what happened to you? This
Yeah.
isn't the way you were raised, or do you need to go to some therapy? What are they doing to you?
Exactly.
Until they met the Brahma Kumaris, then they changed. My husband, especially my late husband, Barry.
Yes.
Barry, you knew Barry very well. And,
Yes.
and as I knew your husband, they're both, yes, they're both, are no longer
Also, they
here.
grew up along us, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I was basically the alien of the family for many, many years, and misunderstood, which is not nobody's fault. It's just, it's a very unusual. Well, now, thank goodness, it's becoming much more mainstream, right? But it's pretty, unusual kind of thinking of way of life. And I was told I was the alien, and in the way I was treated, is like what something we don't understand. What this is about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just kept on, and you kept
Yeah.
taking, as I said, I didn't even read like a tenth of the things that you've taken, programs and spiritual,
Right.
all kinds of practices that you've been into. So, was there something that you just kept looking for? Or do you just get something from everything that you study? Because you, as I said, you've studied a lot over the years.
Yeah.
You're very serious about,
Yeah.
spirituality.
Very much so. It was always I always felt I wanted to have more. I just felt that people and circumstances and different situations I felt like they had the power over you, like you would I'm by nature a very happy-go-lucky person, and if somebody in my family, I had a big family. We were six of us, six siblings. And if somebody, we were all happy, but if somebody said something, somebody criticized you, or somebody did something, boom, the harmony, the love, and the peace was gone. And I felt like we were giving it to others. Our inner peace and joy was taken away by somebody. I said, but why is somebody taking away my peace and my joy that I could have, right?
Yeah.
So I got into that idea that I really I don't need to give my joy and peace away by somebody else's opinions or judgment or whatever. And that's how and a situation happened. It was I did it in many years until a very difficult situation came into our lives. And I went about to make sure that would never happen again, that I did not follow or obey to my intuition, and that's the other thing. It was about learning how my whole life really serious about following your inner knowing, your intuition. And that was very important to me. And it's as easy as it may sound. And the greatest gift the universe is giving us is the power of not your own understanding, And it's just, it was this situation that happened. It pushed me more to understand that, to really follow through with my intuition.
And you've just made, we're talking about that, you've just really made continuous effort, It isn't, what I've noticed sometimes with people, and it's fine too, is they get into something spiritually and they're into it, and maybe they go to classes and then they move on. But you've moved on, but in a different way. Always with, they move on and they're not really as committed maybe as they were at the beginning. And
Right.
so my question is like, what is there just something in you that has just kept you on the path toward knowing who you are, becoming more fulfilled? And I see too, as you say, making others happy as well, but not being influenced by them.
Right. I think the main thing is when I really consider that I've had really incredible spiritual experiences
Mhm.
that where I thought that I really had I was very blessed. I have a beautiful life, a family, very supportive, very loving family,
Mm.
and wonderful life. And I thought my life was wonderful until like when I had these spiritual experiences and from what I, came to understand, that gave me it's like life became so much more beautiful and so much easier and so wonderful once I understood this part of myself and seeing it and experiencing it, that I wanted if the whole world understand this, which is basically simple,
Right.
but it would make it very difficult.
Sure.
It would be a whole different world, and people's life it'd be so much more beautiful and easier. And that's what I just gave about, I'm just a little obsessed about people understanding this in their
Mhm.
lives.
Yeah.
Because, for them, they kind of, I think we have lost a little bit the knowledge of who we really are and how powerful we really are. We're beings of light.
Mm.
And most of us we were stuck in the beings of darkness or some type. Human is kind of difficult. You see, it's seen as difficult.
And you've done it with, you're talking about your family with a lot of people in your family have changed as a result. I
Yes,
know, that,
yes,
and including your husband.
right.
And that's not always so easy,
No,
you can change a lot of other people maybe or help them, but your own family is difficult. But
right.
Jerry, who's a very well-known attorney, and you were both in real estate together. Did I mention that at the beginning? You were both,
Yeah,
very involved with the real estate world, which
we
is to
did
me,
together. Yes.
I don't think of that as a spiritual world. That could be kind of not,
Oh yeah.
could be a good world, but
Yes. Yes.
not, it's a world that's kind of, I would think, is kind of just influenced by success and selling and
Yeah.
buying and all of that. But you kind of got, with your work, you got to people in that world as well.
Yes. Yeah. No, he got
So,
very brave. Jerry was very brave to jump into, took that leap of faith of you know, um, being associated with this spirituality, because
yeah,
in that world you don't know from these things, right? It's a little different, as we know. It's different than religion.
yeah.
But and he was very brave. He went through it. He was also being seen like my family and my friends. I mean, like, where are you coming from with all these things? Like, what is this all about? It was very difficult to get through that part.
And I'm like, again, looking at your resume, amazed at the organizations in our community that you have been involved with. And maybe you could mention a few, and what effect, I don't want to say what effect you've had on them, because you can't, it's a whole organization, but you weren't ever really afraid to share your own thoughts and your beliefs, right? And I'm
Right.
thinking about, well, just give me a second here. There's so many of them that you've been involved with: Hadassah and, well, Pranic Healing Center. They would understand. Pelican Man's Bird Sanctuary. I love that. Sierra Club. Well, they'd be more, open. But there's a board. Oh, well, this one's a really great one. You are on the board of directors of the Center for the Study of Spirituality. So you would
Right.
fit right in at FIU.
Yes.
So you have been very involved. You were a member of the executive board of Miami's Images and Voices of Hope, which we were all involved with together, and
I,
Friends of Esalen. Esalen, it's pronounced
yes.
Esalen.
Yes. Yes. Ellen.
But other organizations that might not have been as open. But so do you see yourself as a person that kind of gets into the community and kind of
And then,
spreads a very beautiful message to people, you know?
I don't know if you, I don't know if I, in my updated resume, then my own companies that we have created it. We founded the Universal Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
We had, that event at the Miami Arena.
We'll mention that because people
We
might
got-
not know about that. That was a biggie that you did.
The authors, the New Age, what we call at the time, it was the New Age authors, and it was just again, it was my wish come true for me to disperse this understanding, this knowledge,
Mm.
and then the Heart Sanctuaries, which was art, healing through art.
Mm. Yeah, I remember that. So you're always kind of on the move to like to bring more people into a different way of thinking.
Right.
Again,
Right.
it's not
To help
religion.
to help
It's more-
others understand their
Yeah.
own self, their own power, like Brahma Kumaris,
Mhm.
which is what
And you've
it's
been
to-
very connected to them.
Oh
Could
my
you
God,
share
yeah.
a little bit about the visit that the two leaders of the Brahma Kumaris
Oh,
spent at your house, a big event that you helped organize
that
at your home?
it was amazing. To have like
Dadi
Dadi Janki, the equivalent to Mother Teresa, yeah, basically.
Great.
It was,
And
also
Sister Genti.
and Sister Janti, yeah, it was a magnificent experience, and again, it was just a way for me to share with my friends and the people and family, further understanding, what spirituality is about, and Dadi Janki was like, she was a major catalyst for me when I met her, and you've been an amazing catalyst for me.
Oh, thank you. Well, I just remember something that's always stuck in my mind. We didn't know each other yet. I think we knew each other socially, but we weren't
We
friends.
would have
Many
social
years ago.
acquaintances, yes.
Yeah, and
Right.
a mutual friend, your very close friend,
Yeah.
said to me, I have a friend that I think you need to meet because you're both talking the same language.
Right.
And as a result of that is how we met,
Yes.
that someone that wasn't in this kind of spiritual, activism or, in this kind of world saw that. And I thank her, for my
Yeah.
mind. She passed away. But that people can see there's a different way of thinking. But people are hearing, these
Yeah.
messages are important.
Yeah. So,
Peace and love and
Yeah.
self-understanding and everything. And so you're always, oh, well, we've got to mention England, Oxford, your trip to Oxford
oh
with
yeah,
your husband.
that's right. That was just amazing. That when people ask me, so what would you say is the most magnificent experience you have had in
Mm.
life?
Yeah.
And I said, when I went to Oxford, the Brahma Kumaris, it was like heaven on earth.
Uh,
It was very beautiful.
It was an amazing group of people so many years ago
Yeah.
that we all went together. And I knew my husband was just overcoming, getting healing as a result of a serious illness, but
Right.
he went on and was great and went on for many, many years.
Right.
And we all were on the plane together, big group of us.
Yes.
And it really was a powerful experience.
It was.
With Dadi Janki and Sister Genti and many Brahma Kumaris teachers, you've got to come back with us again. So
Yes.
keep that in mind.
I definitely will. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And,
So I know too, you have had, things to overcome, a
Yeah.
very difficult situation with your son.
yes.
And, maybe just with saying whatever you feel like saying, how you have been able to use all your spirituality in order to help him get through what he went through.
Oh, that was a major. He's one of the best gifts I have God has given me, because through him, I really learned so much about myself, number one. Number two, I really helped him get through, and, he's still helping. But the most beautiful thing is that I was able, he allowed me to show him, part of this journey. And he also took after the first accident, before the second accident that he had 2 brain injuries, right? And the second one, he also attended metaphysical and theosophy school with us, with my husband and I. And I really mean it. When the second accident, they told us it was going to be a vegetable, that he was going to need a special place and all this. And we said, no, it's not going to be a vegetable. And I really believe, through the understanding, the knowledge that he was able to grasp before the second accident of the holistic spiritual ways, he was in a year and a half, 2 years tops. It took, he was perfectly fine. If you met him, you've seen him.
Amazing.
You never know anything happened to him.
No, you'd never know. You really wouldn't.
Talk to him, and he's been able to live independently. He's gone through challenges, and he's always going through challenges, but he definitely overcame the fate that he was given, that he was not going to be, he was going to be a vegetable. I really believe I could talk to him very easily. He understands, he grasping understanding of a spirituality. And I think that's really what got us through, the two of us and the whole family, actually. I have a big family that I had to really work with him and the family so that nobody felt abandoned, because he was really a big time, a lot of work with him. And nobody felt, and everybody, we had a very happy, wonderful family and environment and friends. And it didn't, affect us all. In fact, it brought us a lot of compassion, love, and understanding that we probably wouldn't have, without.
What I see with you is you never give up. You do not give up on anyone, do you? You just keep not pushing. You don't push gently. You just get your messages,
right,
out there to whoever you meet and wherever you go, and it works, doesn't it? It works.
Yeah.
People are touched by you and what you say and how you are. And I'm amazed that you worked in the world of real estate and business and keep these messages going and try to, affect as many people, but not trying to influence people like that. It's not like you're trying to convert it.
To push anybody, push.
Right. No, you're not like that.
No.
It's so obvious.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to do that for me, but I won't do that for anybody. So just extend our understanding. It's just one way to look at it differently, right?
Yeah.
Look at life.
So if there's one message that you do spread, when you just meet people and they're interested in your spiritual life, what would you say that message is? What can people take from you and maybe even go and do something or change as a result? What would that be?
That would be, give yourself the most wonderful gift you could ever think of giving yourself, by getting to know thyself, your inner light, and your power, because you are powerful beyond words. You are a magnificent being, and it would be amazing when you really truly get to know yourself. That's, to me, is the best gift. And that's my best advice for anybody.
Beautiful.
Get yourself on the self-discovery journey.
That is so beautiful. So I would say, change yourself, you help change the world, right?
It's not about this. I don't see it as changing. I see it as integrating your whole being.
Yeah.
Integrating all parts of you, the darkness, the light,
Mm.
between all of you, embracing, understanding, loving, appreciating, and accepting thyself for who you are. And because you are beautiful. But we have to, because we haven't been taught any of this. So until we get to understand that we really capture the power, the gift that we are, the powerful beings that we are,
Well, you are truly a messenger for love, for peace,
Yes.
for acceptance of others. And the beautiful thing is that you're out there in the community, meeting people, even like you say, working with your family. I know you've told me in the past that, yeah, they're getting it now. They're finally getting it. They've listened to me for so many years and they're changing. Right.
It's a lot of work.
And that's the hardest, to change your
Yeah.
family, or I don't want to say change your family, affect your family, influence them.
Yeah. Help them, get,
Keep moving forward.
in a lighter, more joyful, more simple, happy way. Yeah. That's really what it is,
Yeah. Well, it's a pleasure to have known you and
Oh,
been like sister friends for
yeah.
so many years. And I
No,
thank that person that said the two of you should meet,
I know,
because
right?
maybe we wouldn't have, but it was meant, that we would
It was
meet
meant.
and you would
Yeah.
go on to be so involved with some of the BK work and all of the work that you do in the community and everything. And
I
so,
know. It's been a delight. It's been just a beautiful, wonderful gift knowing you and know Brahma Kumaris. I just adore the whole community. It's just magnificent.
and they adore you too.
I'm so grateful for everyone and what everybody, magnificent things you do for the whole world. And I'm so honored to be part of it.
Oh, and you definitely are.
No way, not like you, you're amazing. I mean, really, you're an angel. So I so much appreciate you in so many ways.
Lots of love to you. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your wisdom, your experiences, your commitment to a spiritual life. And I know that anybody who meets you has to walk away feeling different, when they meet you, like, well, maybe I should try some meditation, or maybe I should study spirituality or something, these are the times, for change.
Exactly.
They really are.
Yes, we
So
are.
thank you so much, Connie.
Okay, love. All the best, sweetheart. Thank you so much for having me.
It's been great.
Thanks to Brahma Kumaris, to all my angels out there. Thank you so much. You take
Beautiful. And I want to thank Marianne from the Brahma Kumaris, who's our technical director today. But Marianne does some amazing programs at Peace Village, the Brahma
Kumaris. Really? Yes.
And you've been there.
Yeah, I've been there to Peace Village.
She just came off of one that she does many events for the Brahma Kumaris. And she's our technical director today. She's there to help people.
We need her today badly. Look at what we
right. We did
a little technical, yes. Which is
I didn't for once say to myself, what if this program doesn't air? We were having a little problem, right? But it all worked,
It worked well, yes, I know. But we had a challenge, so thank you, Marianne, for your help and everything you do.
Shanti, thank you so much.